welcome to the St. Mary's Sun Prairie Emergency Center. This 13,500 square foot facility overlooks Highway 151 here on Sun Prairie's western side. And I know you guys are dying to see what it looks like inside, so let's get out of the heat and check out some of the features. Well, one of the first things you'll notice as you walk inside the St. Mary's Sun Prairie Emergency Center is just how much natural light there is in here. There's a lot of glass windows and a lot of skylighting that's going to let you see some of that great natural light that we've got here in Wisconsin. And as you walk in, this is the reception area, so this is where folks will be coming in through the doors, and they'll be meeting our folks right here at this desk. Off here to the left-hand side, we've got a carpeted area where folks can wait for their loved ones or just wait in general. And then as folks come in our triage, they're actually going to come through this room right here, and we can actually treat folks inside of this room, or we can send them through and take them through one of the other 9 exam rooms that are here in the Sun Prairie Emergency Center. Well, here is an example of one of the exam rooms, and you'll notice it looks very familiar to the exam rooms that we have at St. Mary's Emergency Center in the hospital. A lot of the same equipment, so our doctors are used to and familiar with this stuff. And you also notice that some of the same flooring and color schemes are present, so it looks very much and feels very much like the St. Mary's Emergency Department. Next up here we have our nurses station. Again, you'll notice that lots of natural lighting coming through here for both making the day brighter for our patients and for our staff that are working here at the center. Some nice, very artsy lights here, and you'll notice that the rooms actually flank all around the outside of this area so that our staff can keep track of what is going on in the emergency department the whole time. And then the first room off here to the left is that room I told you about before. This is that triage room where we can bring folks through and obviously determine from there where they need to go. Well, from the look of this, we are in the pediatric room. This is the one you guys have heard a lot about, no doubt. Very much fun-themed, looking like a fire station. Here we've got our fire truck bed for the kids to climb up on. And eventually, I'm told that we're going to get a Dalmatian little strip up here on the top so that the kids, while they're resting on the bed, can look up and they don't have to worry then about the shot or whatever they're getting. They can take their eyes off of it and look at some of the fun things that are on the wall. Well, this is our secure holding room, and as Chris Modena says, this is one of the most popular rooms at St. Mary's. As you'll see here, there is a track that runs along the side of the wall, and with just the turn of a key, we can actually drop down a safe wall to protect the patient from any of the equipment that's here in the room. Well, as the sign states, this is our decontamination room. You'll see there's a couple shower heads on the wall here, and if there was a chemical spill or any sort of thing here, we are able to shower them off, and there is a tank right here that the soiled liquids would go into. We're able to go ahead and change the flow from one to go to the sanitary sewer to the decon holding tank. Here's our staff lounge, and you'll see here there's a nice microwave and fridge and toaster, little dining area, restroom, and then over here on the left is a closet for belongings to go into and also some lockers. And here's our physician workroom. You'll notice a nice little workstation here, and it appears they've got a nice comfortable bed, and I'm kind of a big fan here as well, a full 1080p LCD TV. One of the great features of the Sun Prairie Emergency Center is the fact that we do have a full-service lab here inside the center. And we'll be able to handle any of the tests and not have to send them off to St. Mary's. So the tests can be done here and prioritized here as they need to be and taken. Well, thanks to the great efforts of our politicians, we have a CT scanner here in the St. Mary's Sun Prairie Emergency Center, and we'll be able to handle a lot of the tests that typically would be done in Madison right here at the Sun Prairie Emergency Center. Should you have a need for an x-ray, we have a full-service machine right here in the Sun Prairie Emergency Center that is able to detect fractures and any sort of broken bones, things like that. Also a chest x-ray right here. And again, a nice spacious area for those that need to come in and take care of those x-ray needs. In fact, this is the spot over here where our staff will stand so that they're protected from radiation. Just outside where the x-ray room is, you'll find the helipad, and this helipad actually is to transport patients not to the Sun Prairie Emergency Center, but actually from the Sun Prairie Emergency Center to other area hospitals. Things like stroke and heart attack will be taken this way. And as you'll notice from the helipad, a nice clear vantage point here to the sky, and also a nice view of Highway 151. And here's a really nice room. This is called the internal holding area. Let's say you needed to wait for some medication to be done, or you needed to wait for someone to come and pick you up, and you don't want to be in one of those scary exam rooms. So we can actually park you here where there's a TV, and you have a great view of outside of Sun Prairie. And just down the hallway from the nursing station is the full multi-bay climate-controlled ambulance base. Here we can hold 2 ambulances inside this garage. Notice it is quite high, and as you see folks here getting busy to work, putting up the tent for the open house.